Hey there, first grade. In this video, we are going to go ahead and talk about solving addition and subtraction word problems. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my first word problem. Right? It says Steve has 14 books. Claire has 4 fewer books than Steve. How many books does Claire have? So I need to figure out, what is this question asking me? So at the end, it says, how many books does Claire have? So I'm trying to figure out, again, how many books Claire has. All right, so I need to also figure out what's going on in this problem. All right, what information do I already have? So I'm going to underline in green what I already know. So Steve, I know, has 14 books. And Claire has 4 fewer books than Steve does. So I need to find out how many books Claire has. So I'm going to go ahead and use a bar model with this. All right. So looking at my bar model right here, all right, I have it representing, I have my 14 for my Steve has 14 books. So we're trying to get to that 14 because we know that Steve has 14 and we know that Claire has 4 fewer than him. So we're trying to figure out and see what it is. So my 14 here is representing how many books Steve has. Which part of this bar model represents how many books Claire has? Yes, it's this question mark, trying to figure out how many Claire has, right? What is my 4 representing here? You think my 4 right here is representing? It's representing how many fewer books Claire has than Steve, all right? And we're trying to figure out on how we can get this number right here. Get how many books Claire has, all right? So I want to think, how does this bar model help me solve this problem? Well, lets me see that Steve has 14, and we can also see that there's 4 fewer books that Claire has. Since we know the whole and one part, we can find that Claire has how many books. All right. So if I took it over here and did a part whole, and did a part whole model here, I'd be able to go my lines are being a little funky, sorry. I'm going to go ahead and look at my part, which right here, I can see that 14 is my whole. And one of my parts that I already know about is 4. So I have 14 and I have 4. Now I need to figure out how many am I missing there. So what I need to do is I need to see 4 plus what equals 14. 4 plus what equals my 14. So I'm going to take this and figure out my 4 plus what equals my 14. I can use something to help me out in this to figure it out. I can use my circles to help me figure it out. So I can draw 4 of them, and I need to get to 14. So I can go ahead and do this to figure out, or I can count on. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I can count 4, and then I can just count on with these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many did I count on? Yes, I counted on 10. So my missing number right here would be my 10. So my missing part that I have here is the number 10. So this part right here would be my 10. All right. So I'm looking at this, and what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and actually use subtraction instead and check my work. So I know that Steve has 14, all right? And Claire has 4 fewer. So I'm going to take 14 minus 4, and I'm going to figure out my answer. I can go ahead and count backwards by start at 14 and count backwards. And I can use 4 of these to count backwards, which I'm going to go ahead and do it that way. So I'm going to have 4 of these, and I'm going to count backwards. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. What did I get for my answer? I got the number 10, which we figured out that 14 minus 4 equals 10. And also we figured out that if we added 10 to our 4, we would get our whole right here. So answering our question, how many books does Claire have? She has 10 books. So we used addition here, and we use subtraction to help us figure that out. So this next one, I'm going to have you guys work with me on figuring it out. So give me 1 second while I get it ready. All right, with this problem, we have Sincere makes 5 fewer fruit cups than Carly. Carly makes 11 fruit cups. How many fruit cups did Sincere make? So here I have my bar model again, and I'm going to go ahead and use that with my tens frame to help me. I'm sorry, not my tens frame, my number bond to help me. So I have my bar model and my number bond. All right. I need to figure out what I already know. So looking at this, I know that Sincere makes 5 fewer fruit cups than Carly. Carly makes 11. So I'm going to know that 11 is going to be my whole. All right. And we know that 5 is one of our parts so far. So again, 11 is my whole. I don't know how many Carly made. I'm sorry, how many Sincere made yet. But I know that it's 5 fewer. So here again, I filled in my bar model and I filled in my number bond to help me. So we're trying to figure out that missing part. So we can use addition and we can use subtraction. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with addition. So with my addition, I have my addition sentence, which would say 5 plus some number equals 11. So I can go ahead and use my coins to help me count on. So I'm going to start at 5 and I'm going to count on to 11. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's count how many we did. Let's try it again real quick though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. So we counted on to 11. Let's count how many chips we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So 5 plus 6 equals 11. Let's use our subtraction sentence to go ahead and help us with this to see. All right. So again, we start with my whole, which is 11. We know that the number is 5 that we're subtracting. Equals, let's figure it out. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. How many did I count? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So 11 minus 5 is 6. And I'm using these counters to help you guys see what you can do. You can use manipulatives to help you subtract and add. You can use certain strategies to help you. You can use number lines. There's all kinds of things to help you with that. All right. So our missing number that we were trying to look for was the number 6. So figuring that out, how many fruit cups did Sincere make? He made 6. All right. So this next problem, I'm going to go ahead and show you. You're going to go ahead and pause me after I'm done showing you. You're going to work it out. When you're done working it out, we will go over it. So give me 1 second and pull it up. All right, here is my word problem. Mark calls some people. Jane calls 8 people. They called 17 people in all. How many people did Mark call? So go ahead and figure this out. Pause it. When you're ready and you're done, go ahead and unpause it and we'll go over it. All right, so you figured out how many people Mark called. So let's go ahead and work this out. So we know that they called 17 people in all. So that is going to be our whole. All right. We know that Jane calls 8 people. So that's a part that we already know, 8. We know she calls 8. We're trying to go ahead and figure out, give me 1 second. I'm going to put the 8 over here. All right. We're trying to figure out what our other part is. Oh, that is a bad question mark. Hold on. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an addition and a subtraction sentence. An addition to figure it out, subtraction to help me go ahead and figure out if I'm right. All right. So we have 8 plus some number equals 17. All right. I'm going to go ahead and use those counters again to help me count on. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's count how many. So 5 on top, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got 8 plus 9 equals 17. I'm going to use subtraction to go ahead and help me make sure that I'm right. So 17 is my whole. 8 is the part that we already know, and we're trying to figure out that whole. All right, so I'm going to take my 17 and I'm going to subtract 8 of them. Ready? 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, and 9. So 1, 2, we figured out 9. So 17 minus 8 is my 9. All right. So our missing part that we were trying to figure out and what you should have found on how many people Mark called was 9 people. We figured out the number 9. All right, guys, awesome job today on solving and using addition and subtraction to help us solve word problems. Awesome job. I'll see you guys later.